Hey guys, what's going on? And welcome back to another Powerwash Power Hour. So the previous videos, the previous two videos mainly, was with my buddy John over on his Twitch channel. If you want to go see those, I recommend you go check out the playlist. But today, I am with Axel, and he's been on the channel quite a lot. So if you don't know him, you should. And like, if you don't, I guess, then go watch videos he's in. He's in Unrailed. He's in a couple horror games we do together, like Fad and stuff. So go check him out. But we're going to be doing Powerwash Power Hour today. So we're just going to be talking about stuff. If this is not your type of content, I understand. But if you do like the thing that Mark is doing over on his channel, then you'll like it here. So let's get started with this disgusting fishing boat. I don't even know how a fishing boat gets this dirty, but, you know, it does. So, how has your, I guess, week been going so far?
It's been going pretty good.
Yeah? Been doing anything interesting lately?
I just left D&D for this.
Alright.
So.
I mean, D&D can wait, you know, it's you know.
Yeah.
Powerwash, I've got to keep the world clean, alright?
Exactly. Yeah, no, this washer is doing much better than the first one. The first wheel with the first washer was absolutely miserable.
Yeah, it's hard to get started, yeah, I understand.
Because this one I can at least use, like, I don't need to be constantly using the straight stream of water.
Yeah.
I can kind of use the second one, and it does a pretty decent job.
Yeah, when me and John did this, that was back when I was a peasant and I had like nothing to my name. Because now if the viewers now on my screen can see that I'm maxed out because I've done everything really. But like I know John like did 90% of like what like I think it was a skate park is what we were on. I think I know he did like 90% of that area because I think I cleaned a wall, I think, before he cleaned everything else for me. But you know, that's just how it be, I guess.
Yeah, I'm working on the bow at the moment.
Yeah.
I doubt it's going to go very well though.
I forgot.
Well, I've been doing a pretty good job about it.
Yeah. I just gotta check out a crouch. I can play this. I haven't played this game in a long time. Oh, you're not gonna tell me, are you? Well, I can press buttons until.
Unfortunately, when I opened the shop, the only thing it let me buy was customization stuff and no actual new washers.
Oh, I think it's
because I know
careers maybe to unlock those. I can't remember how exactly it works.
Okay, that makes sense.
But yeah, like the washer, like the last one essentially is super good. It's like really nice. Clean that.
Yeah, no, the first one is garbage.
Yeah.
As I have learned.
Well, you learn the hard way, because, like I said, John did 90% of the skateboarding level, so I felt kind of bad. So
yeah,
I
like
actually got
on metal and stuff. I still need the single.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
The single line. But on wooden stuff, I can use the second one without any issues.
Alright, well then I think you should focus more on the floor of this ship then, because that's wood, and I can handle the metal parts.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're gonna do the career, there's like one level in this game, and I think it's the train station or whatever. That level is like really annoying.
I'm doing the cabin pretty okay.
The what one?
I think it's just like rust and stuff that I can't.
Oh yeah.
Like dirt is fine, but I start trying to get rust off. I can't do anything.
I know I'm gonna be missing stuff. It's not space jump. I literally.
Yeah, because
don't know.
I've done the playground.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
yeah.
I did on the day that we were supposed to originally do this. I did a couple levels.
Nice.
Like I did the backyard. The car, obviously.
The backyard
The
was a
literal
fun level.
first level that makes you do.
Yeah, the van.
Well, to be fair, if you are a power washer, you do need a pretty clean van.
Yeah, you don't want to
If
be
you
walking
go
around.
showing up and you go showing up to a place you're supposed to clean in a dirty van, how are they supposed to trust your power washing capabilities?
They're not going to. That's the answer. But yeah, I mean the backyard was obviously it was small, but I enjoyed it because it's like that's kind of like the typical chore that people would do in real life. Because not everyone's cleaning Ferris wheels, you know. So like, it's not as relatable. But like the backyard level was super cool. And I learned early on that soap is actually very useful because me and John, I think had mentioned something about soap and how it wasn't that useful and that he didn't really use it that often. But in the entirety of the campaign, I would constantly use soap if I could afford it because it was super useful.
That is my best friend at the moment.
Yeah.
Because there are like little spots that I'm trying to clean so I can finish up the stairs.
Right. Yeah. I could have sworn there was a crouch button.
Yeah.
W. Is that stains?
For me, it's control.
Control for me doesn't do anything. Is it T? Oh, mine's T. Why is that the way that is? I don't remember that. Well, apparently T. Oh, maybe because it's close to my finger. That's probably why I changed it. Because I didn't like control. Actually, I'm going to buy some soap because I have the money to do that. Give me some metal. I don't like metal. Metal's annoying. I actually already have some, but I'm just going to buy more anyway. Because I can. And I'm rich.
And I'm not.
Oh yeah, I forgot I had this. Why did I not switch to this? Oh yeah, I have like the Beast Power Washer. I have like the Trident.
Oh yeah, John used that one a lot for the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Because it can get up.
Yeah. I just like it because it looks cool. I mean, obviously it's effective, but like it looks so cool. But
why am I aggressively pressing click while doing this?
I've noticed that that's a common stance that I do as well. It's like my finger, my finger that I use to play this game, which is both my pointer and ring. But like they both would fall asleep while I would be playing, and like especially in the campaign because some of the campaign levels are super long, like that train level I mentioned. It's like they're super long, and obviously you take breaks here and there, but it's like you're usually in one sitting doing it. And my fingers constantly fell asleep, and it was super, almost uncomfortable. What a gun whale? I didn't know that was a thing. Oh yeah, I need to get that. But yeah, so enough about Powerwash Simulator, because that we don't need to talk about that the entire time. But
no.
You know, so I gotta ask because you got asked this on the it was the AK special, which isn't out yet to my viewers, but we're gonna give them a little tease for that if they get us to 8,000. But someone asked you what your favorite series was, and you said on Rails, and obviously you said for the chaotic element of it. But is there any particular, like, is there anything about the game itself that strikes your fancy? Like, because I don't know if it's your type of game that you like, or because we invited you for it, but I don't know if you were initially going to like it.
I really enjoy it because it's just... You also need a lot of strategy too.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just go... Well, okay, yes you can just go do willy-nilly, but it's not going to get you very far.
No.
I like I like the planning and stuff that comes with it as well, not just for, you know, the chaos that ensues between all of us during us losing our minds.
Right. Yeah, I mean, because, like, out of all the indie games, because if I had to, like, list all the indie games, I probably should do a tier list on that, actually. I actually do tier lists on my channel, but on, like, all of the indie games that I played with friends, like in the with friends category, I would say Unrailed is definitely among one of the coolest looking ones, because a lot of people strive for, like, oh, ultra realistic graphics. But, like, you play video games to kind of escape the world, really. That's kind of the main purpose of them. And so I mean, obviously I like games with super realistic graphics because they look cool. And especially if they're telling a heartwarming story that's, like, relatable to some people, then I think that then it serves its purpose. But in an indie game, you know...
There it is.
In an indie game, it's, like, super... Like, I like when it's kind of, like, pixelated like that. Or like blocky or like texture like that. That's why I love Minecraft so much, because I'm using it to escape the world, you know.
Yeah, that's also kind of why I like Terraria a lot. It has its own way of doing things. It's not hyper realistic. It's not trying to be like anything.
Yeah. I believe I still have like 3 videos left of that series to go up.
Just from our first recording session of that?
Yeah, well, I mean, I have so much stuff that's pre-recorded. Like, I could, like, if I wanted to, I wouldn't ever do this. But if I wanted to, I could go on like a 2-month break and I think I'd be fine, because of how much stuff is pre-recorded. But like, it's, I try to wait for them, because I don't want to give them like 3, like, for example, PowerWash. I don't want to give them 3 PowerWash videos in a row. Because then it's like, people are going to think, oh, he's a PowerWash person. And it's like, no, I play other games. I play a lot of other games, actually. So it is sort of a struggle to figure out, like, what should go out that day. And I kind of struggle with that sometimes. But it's like, the first session we had was about almost 4 hours, really. And so that's 4 hours worth of content. And when the videos are, like, only 40 or so minutes each, then, yeah, they rack up quite a bit. So... Also, I forgot what button that is to see the dirt. I'm forgetting every button in the game.
It's tab. For me, it's tab, but
okay.
You probably have changed it.
No, it's tab. I think I only changed crouch because I don't like when games are control, or like when they're control. I like when they're C, because it's my fingers are more close to it.
I just kind of prefer control, because it's just what I'm used to for most of the games that I've played.
Yeah. Well,
most of the games that I've played, it's been control.
Well, and that makes sense, right? You're used to it, right? But like for me, for example, my main game that I play is Faz and Minecraft, which Minecraft is innately shift, but I've changed it to C. And so
yeah,
that's kind of like, that's what I'm used to, right? So I'm more used to C, whereas if I'm prompted with control, I'm going to be like, well, that's stupid. Why would I do that? But, it's funny because I've been watching, on my spare time that I've had, which is very little, but on my spare time, I've been watching some of the We Need to Go Deeper videos, because, like, I was trying to figure out what had happened that one time, which, again, isn't out for the viewers, but, you know, I'll give them a little tease so they have to wait for it. But, like, that one time, like, we should have beaten it, but we didn't. And apparently that was a new update that they had done, because I wasn't aware of that. The thing they did. And so when we were like,
there is a way to just so there is a way to just go past it.
Yep. Apparently the reason I didn't know it was there is because I always play with AI, and AIs always shoot enemies, and the final boss obviously is considered an enemy even before it gets activated. And so they always shoot at it. If you shoot at it, that's when it gets angry, and that's when you can fight it. But, like, because I think it was either you or John, it wasn't the AI, someone was on weapons and they didn't shoot at it. And so that allowed us to kind of essentially sneak by it. And if you do so, you end up going deeper, literally, into the ocean, and you essentially get the same levels you got before, just with extra difficulty, essentially. And it keeps stacking until you die.
With that stupid little time eater thing.
Yeah, and they keep stacking. So if you somehow manage to survive the first wave of death, like every time, like you get back to the meteor and skip them again, it keeps stacking. So it literally just ends with you dying anyway. So, but unfortunately, we were not strong enough, even with the first area. So.
No, I think we got through the first area. I think it was the second area where we died to the time eaters, or whatever they're called.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do like that was an update, because I didn't know that was a thing. I'm not, like, there's some games I don't keep up fully with, like Faz I will keep up fully with. If there's an update for Faz, you can talk to me, because I'll know about it. But with, like, We Didn't Know Game Deeper, I don't keep up too much, because it's technically a finished game, because it's not an early access or anything. I kind of wish it was, because then we'd have more promised content, because I do think the game definitely needs some content overhaul. Like there should be, because for example, when you get to level 4, like the area 4, you only get 2 choices. Well, I say choices lightly, and it's you either get the ambassador dude as the boss, or the Alorian depths, and that's it.
It's less choices and more 2 possible outcomes for.
Yeah. Because my future for the game is I would love there to be like 5 options every time. Obviously not with the meteor. The meteor is the final frontier. That's your goal, right? But like at least 5 options with the other areas. Because especially when you have a 33% chance of getting that stupid tiny depths that's so broken it's unbelievable. Then.
Oh my god, that freaking.
Yeah, it's I mean, for those that haven't watched the first one or the second one, both of which are out. But like, if you haven't watched that, I believe in one of them, I can't remember which episode it was, but we went to the tiny depths. It's not the level itself. The level itself is quite fine, actually. It's the frickin' boss that decides to be an absolute douche, and is literally almost impossible to beat unless you get lucky enough to beat him. Or I guess maybe if you're skilled enough to have like all your friends with you, because AIs aren't good on that one. I just give up, honestly, if I see that level pop up. I restart, because it's better than me wasting my time attempting to beat him when I know I can't.
No, we should play some more Faz together soon.
We should. I think that's the next game that the 3 of us are going to play together, actually, because my last Faz with friends got corrupted, so, you know.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I thought I told maybe I just told John. I can't remember. I told someone that, I know, but, yeah, I got corrupted.
Well, you were doing stuff with John the other day, so that's probably...
No, it was like right after I found out I was corrupted, because like I usually get to if I record something, for example, for us right now it's 9 o'clock. Well, for me it's 9 o'clock, but it's late in the night, and if I record something late in the night like I usually do with you guys, I will not usually get to it until the next morning, because I'm already editing something today, for example, and so what will end up happening is I don't end up finding out that it's corrupted until the next morning. So at that point it's already too late, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm rescheduling that then.
Yeah, so this medium washer is so much nicer for this.
Yeah.
I know it's still not the best, but it's so much easier, so much nicer than the first one. The first one, I literally had to use the single target
That sucks.
option, otherwise I could not clean anything.
Yeah, well, you get to a point in the game where, like, you almost need soap, because, like, especially if you progress quickly, which I did, you get to levels where it's, like, even with you don't have enough money to buy the next power washer, and there's, like, a really big rust thing that's going on, and you really can't get much off of it, and so you're kind of almost forced to use soap, which I sort of appreciate, because they're kind of like, hey, this is very useful, you should use this mechanic. But it can be slightly off-putting to new players if they're like, well, but I don't want soap, I just want to use the power washer.
Yeah, it won't let me buy anything at the moment, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. So what's the latest campaign you did? Because you said you did the playground, but is that the latest one you've done, or?
I only have 20 stars in the campaign.
Oh, so you've done 4 then. So you've done the So obviously the what's it called, the van, which is already 5 stars.
The van, the backyard.
Playground must have been, so the playground was your last one then, because the playground is 4th, I think.
Yeah, I did the van, the backyard, the playground, the dirt bike. And I think there was one more slightly larger one that I did.
There might have been a big van, because there's a van later in the game. I feel like that's later in the game, so maybe you haven't gotten to that one yet. But your next big one will be the skate park, which is the thing me and John did last time. That one's a pretty fun one too, because it's not too big, and especially if you're playing with someone, it's very enjoyable. I played it with John, but I didn't get the money for it, so I had to go back and do it in solo. So
yeah, because didn't you say John got like 90% of it by himself?
Well, he does, but it shouldn't matter if who does the most. It's a prize pool essentially, so you both get the same. But like, I don't know if it's a co-op thing or if my game bugged or something, but I didn't get any money for it, so I had to go back and redo it.
Yeah, like the stuff like this washer works fine for on the side of the cabin here. It's the rust that's really a pain.
Oops, that's the wrong one. I'm gonna grab my soap again.
And next time we do Faz with friends, I'm going to see how quickly I can die.
Well, you almost set a world record, so.
Almost.
Which is pretty impressive. You gotta say.
I'm going to walk into the house and start chanting the ghost's name.
Well, no, it would have to be the only way that would work. And the only way, because the race ghosts work in the game, is they only hunt at a certain sanity loss. And so the only ghost that can hunt almost instantly when you get in the house is a demon. And so you would need to get a demon to be unlucky enough to die instantly.
Well, that already happened once, so.
Well, it did, but I don't know if I can't remember if that was a demon. But it was something. It was something that didn't like you. I know that.
Yeah, it was. So I'd probably have to go in there, find the cursed object as quick as possible.
Well, that doesn't just screw you, that screws us. Because, like, the cursed objects are real dangerous. And usually not worth it. The only time, like, for example, the only time I use tarot cards is if I'm playing with people. Because then I'm not too worried. But even still, usually, I don't touch those things. I'll touch the mirror because the mirror is super cool and it's not too dangerous, but still.
Yeah, and then if we use the tarot cards and you're with us, then you can watch us die and laugh.
Well, I mean, I could also revive you with said tarot cards because they have the High Priestess card. So, but it's very rare, and I also have the same amount of chance to get the instant death card. So that's always fun.
And we still need to do the outside of this boat too.
Well, in my personal experience with these like vehicles, the outside is always easier than the inside.
Ah, okay.
Because like the outside will just be standing around, and I would definitely use my trident there because it's a far-reaching one. So I guess I might have misspoke. It might be easier for me outside. For you, I'm not totally sure. Oh yeah, get these windows.
The playground was really big for so early in the.
Oh yeah. I thought you were just gonna stop there, like, oh, the playground's really big. I was about to tell you, well, just wait till you get to the train station, my dude.
No, I just feel like for so early, it's.
Yeah. I mean, It's hard to say because I can't remember if because the first time I played that level was with John, obviously. But going back and playing it myself, I did kind of enjoy it. The only thing that messed me up was like the beams because it was like I had one missing beam somewhere and it took me like 10 minutes to find it.
Oh yeah, that finishing it off was a pain in the ass.
Yeah. But you know, that's how PowerWash is. There's gonna be tons of levels where it's like that because I believe there's a monument you do later that I had like one singular piece for, and I was mashing tab almost, and I literally could not find it. And I think I timed it. It took me like 30 minutes to find it. It was so bad. But the level itself was not that bad, so I didn't give it too harsh of a rap. But it was just like that one little piece that I missed was super aggravating.
Yeah, like once I finish with all the major stuff on the deck, I'm going to go in with one of the wider beams to find all of the little tiny spots.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's just impossible. Because of the wood texture.
Yeah, the wood did mess with me a couple times, because especially with the black parts, they messed me up. So, you mentioned D&D earlier. Are you a D&D aficionado, or are you just getting into it?
Kind of. Somewhere in between.
Okay. Because I know, I think during the course of our school year, there was a D&D club. I thought about it, because I've always been a person that's like, I enjoy role-playing in certain scenarios. And it's a game, you know, so I was thinking about it. And then I found out there's like 80 people, and I'm like, you know, I'm not sure about that one. Because I'm not a big contender for clubs that have 80 people in it. I like smaller. I mean, it's good if a club has 80 people in it, because that means it's a popular club, right? But like, if there's 80 people in there, I don't know.
So our club is fairly large. I'd say it's like around 20 people, but there are 3 different DMs. So it's only like 5 people per campaign. It's not a lot of people in one group.
Right, yeah. Well, and also I knew that at the school we were at, they were nice people that we had in our class, but like I knew there were some people in there that were like very competitive, and I'm not a huge competitive person when it comes to board games usually, because I find board games to be, they're about fun, right? That's why every time I hear the phrase, "Oh, Monopoly's a friendship ruiner," I either use it as a joke or I scoff at it if someone's actually being serious, because it's like, if you let Monopoly or like, let's say Uno or something ruin a friendship, then that friendship was already broken to begin with. So, at least that's just my view.
For me, it is only a temporary. It is
that's fair.
Not ruining anything permanent. Yes, I'm going to get pissed. Yes, I might get pissed at you while we're playing the game, but it does not mean that is the sole reason that a friendship will end.
Right, yeah, exactly. Well, and I think, you know, you shouldn't actually, I mean, having temporary is fine. Like, everyone has their temporary stuff. Like,
did we finish the main deck, or is there just one tiny little spot?
There's a tiny spot somewhere. I probably can... Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of spots over here, actually.
Because for me, I'm trying to, and there's no white on the bar.
Oh, there's no white on the bar for you?
Yeah.
There's a tiny sliver for me. It's probably hiding away somewhere, is my guess.
I swear to God, if it takes us like 40 minutes to find this thing.
Oh, it's probably over here.
You're trying to like go along the edge here.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, well, I finished the deck wall.
That's nice.
Oh, I think I found it. I think.
I was trying to get out the connecting points and stuff, because that's where it usually hides.
Like spamming tab right now.
Oh, got it. I found it. It was right behind this pillar.
Yeah, it was also in front of the fish catch box.
Gotcha. So there's a couple spots actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like the clubs that I was in actually, I was in foreign language club because I liked learning about different cultures and stuff. That's one of my favorite things to do actually, is learn about different cultures. And I'm actually slowly, keyword, learning Japanese because I plan to. Probably won't move to Japan, but I definitely want to stay there for a little bit, and just kind of like bask in the culture because I know that Japan has a really nice culture over there. And in Japan, they have the Super Nintendo world or whatever that I'm absolutely going to. I'm a big Nintendo person. Anyone on my channel knows that. So definitely want to go there. And just all the rides look super dope, even though there's only like 3, like that kind of stuff. But it's just Japan is really cool, and I love their snacks. Their food is awesome. I've tried sushi. I've tried a bunch of different. Like I get a monthly crate where I get Japanese snacks, and the only ones I've had a problem with are like the weird fish tasting ones. I'm not a huge contender for those. I had like a fish protein bar one time, and boy, can't say I didn't like it. Can't say I did.
I've never had sushi before.
I would make sure you're not allergic to raw fish first. I would, before you get a whole plate of sushi, make sure you're not allergic, because it's usually the main complaint people have if they're allergic. I think I might be a little allergic, because every time I've had it, I've had a bad reaction to it. But I like the taste of it. The taste is usually great. And it is an acquired taste. You know, you're probably not going to like the first one you try, especially if it's a bad roll or something. I prefer crab, usually. That's usually the kind I get. But like I said, it's an acquired taste thing, so you probably won't like the first thing you get, but I would definitely give it a second chance. If you don't like it after the second one, then you might not be a sushi person, but... Have you tried any, like, other snacks besides the U.S. snacks and stuff?
Not really, because I haven't really had a lot of chances to.
That's fair. Yeah, because the Japan box that I pay for is, I think it's $20 per month, and some people spend that on better things, you know, things that, like, actually are needed. Because, you know, the snacks are cool and all, but they're not needed for me or anything. But, like, it's just...
You broke college student.
Well, and then there's that, right? So it depends on the person. And it also depends on the company, because the $20 was the lowest I found, but there might be a lower one, but I didn't. I searched like 5 different places, and plus the one that I have now had the best reviews out of all of them, despite there was like a $50 per month one that had like 4.9 stars. This one was 5 stars, and I'm like, well, you know, it's not only is it cheaper, but also it's better supposedly. So. This winch is being a real douche. Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Oh, the rope is a different part. Oh, that's mean. Oh, here we go. I see it. So, because tastes change, do you have, like, what is your favorite food right now? Because I know before, like, at least in school, you used to like, I can't remember if you said you like, I know it's school food, but I know you said you liked that, the Thanksgiving thing, but did you ever like something else that they added in high school?
In high school, their orange chicken was really good.
Orange chicken? Oh, yeah. I had to process that for a second. I'm like, what do you mean orange
chicken?
So
that was, yeah.
Huh, yeah. The funny thing for me was, and Logan, who isn't on the channel yet, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but he will be in the channel. We did the SMP together, and so he'll be on the channel soon. But like, essentially, me and him, like, we were constantly in the same lunch period. Like, pretty much every year we were in the same lunch period. And in 12th grade, which this was coming after COVID, obviously, we were also in the same lunch period. and he can vouch for this. I got a sub, I think, every single day, because I wasn't really bothering with the hot lunch line, because not only was it super long, but also because it's just like, I wanted a turkey sub, usually, most of the days. And I knew where the turkey sub was coming from. I knew who was supplying the turkey and that kind of stuff. The thing with the hot lunch line, unless it was something like orange chicken or the Thanksgiving dinner and like that kind of stuff, I didn't know where it was coming from, especially like those chicken patties. I don't know where those were coming from. And I also had experience within 11th grade where they were sending home food for the kids and stuff. They would constantly give us like big bags of like these frozen things. I'm like, oh, that was frozen all along, and it kind of ruined my taste of it. So I kind of I'm
trying to find this tiny spot that is missing for the cabin.
Oh yeah. Let me get the windows because this might be contributing. Oh, it's probably on the top. I'm sure the top is like the connector point or something is contributing to it. Oh yeah, definitely. This is definitely. I think it's right here. Just need to get to it. Oh no, that's a bridge trim. Never mind. Okay, so no, it is definitely on the cabin somewhere. Oh, cabin. Where are you hiding your secrets? Oh wait, hang on. Oh, that's the bridge trim as well. Might be around this life preserver because it's in a weird spot.
But the life preserver is clean.
Yeah. Well, it could be a connecting point, right? So it could be somewhere around it.
Yeah. And I never thought I'd say this, but I found somewhere who has worse burgers than the school.
That's impressive.
Being high school.
I mean...
yeah. My college burgers are bone dry.
Really? Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always get my burgers medium rare now because it's like I used to like what was it? Well done burgers, because you know well done is well done, right? You know it's in the name. Oh, I got it somewhere. I was just
somewhere.
I got it somewhere. I don't know where it was. I've noticed that they're counting as two different walls though. So there's this back thing here that I just saw. Where was it? There's a sleek little thing here. Where'd it go?
I'm not that much of a burger person at the moment.
No? I mean, you get them so, especially in America, obviously. You get them so often, it's like, all right.
Yeah, it's...
So, is it a thing with you? Because I'm not vegetarian by any means. I'm 100% for meat and stuff. But, like, there's been times, actually a lot of times, where my diet's consisted of so much meat, I'm like, I gotta stop eating meat. I want to move to something else. Give me chicken, give me turkey, give me something else. Give me something other than beef. Oh, there's a deck wall here, too. Interesting.
I'm trying to get, like, the sidewalls over here.
Yeah. I have a deck wall over here that's, like, being pesky. I don't know where the thing is. Oh, I again sprayed randomly and got it, so. Oh, it's not done because it's on the other side. Okay. I got you. So we got some pizza the other day. And we got chicken.
Yeah.
I got chicken bacon ranch because that is my go-to pizza. I might switch to barbecue pizza sometime soon because I've noticed I've had
Hey, I respect that decision. Chicken bacon ranch pizza is awesome.
Yeah. John will disagree. He's not a bacon person apparently. But you know.
What?
No. He's all. Every time I hear that someone doesn't like bacon, I'm like, well, you're just wrong. That's just impossible. No, obviously, I believe in the idea that there can be too much bacon. I had a sub. I'm not gonna say the location because in case we get sponsored. I'm not going to say anything. But I did get a sub from a place one time that was just, like, loaded to the brim with bacon. And it's like, this is too much bacon. I did save the extra bacon, though, because I knew I wanted it later. Just not all in one sandwich, you know? Like, when I say loaded, I mean there was more bacon on the sandwich than there was the main meat, which I believe was turkey. And it's just like, how is that possible? I didn't order extra bacon or anything. They just gave me.
You didn't order a bacon sandwich.
No, right? Yeah. So I was so confused, and I ended up using it for breakfast the next morning. I reheated it and reused it for actually a bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel homemade version. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, it's like it was basically a bacon sandwich, and it was just like, all right, didn't order that, but I guess thank you in advance. But like, there is such a thing as too much bacon. But anyone that says they're not a bacon person, you're just wrong. I'm sorry, that's just how it is.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
I'll just move up here then.
Yeah, sure, no problem. I believe this is all metal, so good luck.
Well, it's not rusty metal, so I'm doing fine.
Oh, okay.
It's like really rusty metal that I just can't do anything about unless it's the finest spray.
Yeah. I have some rusty metal down here with me. Once you get rid of the dirt, there's some underneath it, so there might be some up there with you as well. But yeah, like when I went to the Outer Banks, which was, if the viewers remember, that was a while ago now, but it was like I went there and my grandpa made a barbecue chicken pizza, and let me tell you something, he's changed my worldview on pizza. Because like every time I would go with chicken bacon ranch, right? No questions asked. Pepperoni's still good, but you know I obviously would eat it, obviously. But like chicken bacon ranch, if I have a choice, that is my choice. But now I gotta start getting barbecue chicken, because barbecue and chicken go together like yin and yang. They are great. Oh, this trident is not good for this part.
Yeah, and I am going to say the name of this place because, yes, it is local, but...
Oh yeah, be careful with local places, because people can find you with that information. That's why I don't.
Yeah.
If I were to talk about, you know the pizza place where we grew up, right? So like that pizza place. Like I'm not gonna ever say the name though, because then people will know where I am.
I was just trying to ask if that is the pizza place that you normally get pizza.
Oh,
or
yeah,
if there's
usually we also go to a different. I don't know if they're local. I don't know if I can say it.
Is it the one? Do you do the one that's across the street from that one too, or the one that sounds like Domino's?
I didn't realize there was one. Oh, I know what you mean. No, we don't go across the street. It's the one it's the second thing you said. Because the one that was across the street, I'm sorry, I hope you don't like it, because I've tried it. I've given it several chances, and it falls on its face every time. It's not a good. They have good pasta. I'll give them pasta, but like their pizza game is not.
Their sheet pizza isn't terrible.
Nah, see, that's what we get though. It's the sheet pizza. They might have gone down in quality since you left. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like they're not like with the place that's across from them. They don't compete at all. I'm sorry, but they're still like living because they make other stuff. But like the place like I said, the place that sounds like Domino's. It's like they offer like most of our subs we also get from there, because the Subway near us closed, unfortunately. So
yeah, no, the Brine Dairy isn't going there. It's going somewhere else, right?
I don't know. All I know is with a Chick-fil-A was supposed to move in where a Subway used to be, but that has not happened yet. Not that I much care, because I'm not a big fan of Chipotle in general, but you know.
I've yet to have Chick-fil-A.
I think it's mediocre, man. I think it was so hyped when I got there, and it kind of fell on its face.
I'm not a huge fan of chicken sandwiches.
I can't believe this. I'll leave the lobby. You don't like chicken sandwiches?
Well, to be fair, I have yet to have a good chicken sandwich. The only chicken sandwiches that I have had are the high school.
Okay. Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah, that's not a good metric. I would avoid fast food as well. If you want a hearty, good, especially, do you like spice? Like spicy stuff?
Mild spice. I don't like. I haven't had a lot of heavy spicy stuff.
So you want to like natural hot? That's like the hottest of the hot. So I would say.
I haven't had a lot. If much of really hot stuff to really give a proper definitive of whether I like it or not.
Oh, okay. Well, if you're susceptible to spice, that means you're probably not gonna like super spice stuff, because with spice you got to work your way up. Like for me, I didn't start with a ghost pepper and then go down. I obviously started with like habaneros and stuff, and then went up.
Yeah, no, the hottest stuff that I've had is probably this is going to sound dumb, but the mild wings at the local pizza place.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, it's because we're very different. Like I've been called the Spice King by my my family, because I will down a jalapeno and not even blink or sweat. It's because I'm so used to spice at this point that my body's like, all right, this is nothing compared to what the hell we've been through.
You're used to punishing yourself with worse flavors.
Well, you know what? To be fair, I've had a lot of hot sauces that are just taste like dog food, and it's not even worth it. Again, I'm not gonna say the brands, but most hot sauces I've had are just terrible. Unless they're homemade. If they're homemade, then I will definitely eat it. But like store bought, I'm not gonna say a brand, but I'll tell you, I hate garbage buffalo sauce. I hate it. It is like at most wing places I've been to use a cheap buffalo sauce, and it tastes like dog food. If you were to make me homemade buffalo sauce, then maybe I'll change my mind. But buffalo for me right now just has such a bad rap on it that I don't really go near it too often.
Makes sense. And just a heads up, I will be working in New York over the summer, for I am switching colleges to a college in New York.
Oh, interesting. So you've gone full blown then? Because I know it was offline, but we talked about it. We talked about it before. We were thinking about it, but you weren't sure.
Yeah, because look, it's just too fucking hot in Arizona, man.
See, okay, so I was right, because me and John, I think it was a horror game. I don't know how it came up. We were talking about like isn't actual like what was this complaint again about Arizona? I'm like it's had to be the heat, man. There's no way it's not. And I think he said his college was
February and it's in the 70s. It's not right.
Yeah, the world is an imbalance.
I'm sorry. I just want my seasons back. Not just kind of hot, less hot oven.
Less hot oven. Well, to be fair, the people that come to New York for the first time, and especially in the winter, they're like, I hate it here. They're like, what the hell is this? But like, I've gotten used to it.
Because New York winter, yes, there are the times where it goes into the negatives, but it's not like a super cold winter, you know?
There's only actually been one time this winter where it's been negatives.
Yeah, and it was when I was on break.
Oh. Well, there you go.
In December, it was when I was on break, and it went into the negatives.
Oh.
I'm like,
maybe where you were. I'm talking about where I am, and that's what. And it only did it once, and it was a couple days ago actually, and it got to -10, which was, let me tell you, it was very cold. But like, I stayed inside most of the time, so I wasn't concerning myself with frostbite or anything. So.
yeah, those kinds of days, the only times we go outside is if we need to refill the cart for the wood stove.
Yeah. Oh god, I fell. Oops. Well, I might as well clean the anchor while I'm down here.